Hey guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to pastel a Bay Overo horse today, and the supplies you're gonna need for it. If you hear something in the background, that's my dog scratching at the door. So I'm first gonna show you the supplies. You're gonna need an array of different paintbrushes, like going from like small to like big, it doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna need a plastic knife or an X-Acto knife or just a butter knife or something. You're gonna need a glove to put on your hand to hold your horse. An area where you can put your horse where it doesn't really matter where chalk dust gets. Prepped and primed horse. Something to put your pastel dust on while you're pasteling your horse. Earth tone chalk pastels. You're gonna want, this kind works fine. I also have just a bunch of different colors too. Matte finish, so you can spray your horse after each coat. And since mine's gonna be Overo, I'm gonna have white acrylic paint. It says Fox Effects, but it's pretty much just acrylic. Since my horse is already primed and ready to go, I'm gonna show you just the first colors you need to put down for it. If you need to prime your horse still, I would suggest Krylon white primer. That's pretty much what it is. So then, pretty much what you're going to do, take your plastic knife or whatever, if you're gonna do a bay. Let me find a place to put this. Just hold it. Sorry, it's kind of awkward. You're gonna take your yellowish pastel color. How's this gonna work? Okay, so what you're going to do, you're just gonna take your knife, just shave off some dust, like this. Until you get a good amount. If you don't want your horse to be this yellowy on the first coat, trust me, it won't be. It'll be some really light, because it's going to take a couple coats to get the nice big color you want. Oh, and sorry if I sound weird, I'm like half cold, half not. So you just want to scrape off a good pile. This isn't the best knife. And then just put your pastel back, put your knife down. I'm going to use this brush. I don't know, it's just a nice size. And then when you pastel your horse, I gotta get my glove on just a sec. Okay, so when you pastel your horse, no, just kidding, I lost, oh, here it is. Okay, so when you pastel your horse, you're going to want to get a good amount on the brush. You can't see it. But, and then hold your horse somewhere like the tail. And then just rub the pastel dust in to your horse. Just like that. I normally go in circular motions. And then back and forth just a little bit. You can't tell on here, I don't think, that you need to actually like push the pastels into your horse and make sure you get them all into those little cracks and crevices and whatnot. And on natural like horse colors, horses are normally like lighter in like the flank areas here, normally like right here and right here, so you're going to want to make sure you get plenty of pastels in that area, because when you start applying the darker coats, you'll avoid that area a little bit more. So then you just want to completely cover your horse, and then when you're done, just spray it with the matte finish, and give it a couple minutes to dry. You don't want to start applying your second coat when your matte finish is still drying, because then it just won't look good. So this is obviously going to take me a while. So after I finish covering my horse in this color and then spray it and let it dry, I'm going to come back and show you how to do the next coat and what colors to mix. So I'll be right back. Something else I forgot to mention was that when you are pasteling your horse, you're going to want to make sure you have an example or just like a picture that you can look off of, because it just helps to get the coloring right if you don't like the color you have on your horse. I can't show you mine right now because it's on the iPad, which I'm using to record this with, so that's why it's not very good video quality, and so it's kind of hard for me to show it to you. So that's just something else you're going to need when you're pasteling your horse, is a good example of what you want your horse to look like when you are finished. So then you can just look at the lighter areas and the darker areas and see what colors you need to mix up so you can put them on your horse and to look like that one. So yeah, I'll just edit that in. Probably possible. Okay, so I just came back from spraying my horse down with matte finish. As you can tell, he's like a nice yellowy color, so I kind of lied in the video before, in the clip before it, saying he's not going to be real yellowy. But, yeah, so I need to let him dry, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you what colors to mix up for your next layer. So, you're gonna use this, the color you used before, too, again. Sorry, I had to twist it around. So then you're just gonna go again and get plenty of the yellow. But this time it's not gonna be a plain yellow, it's gonna be yellow mixed with this color here. I obviously haven't used this one before, so I need to tear off this little paper bit. I always find it easier to use the pastels if you take the little paper thing off, just like that. And then just pull it back. It's quite self-explanatory. But then you're just gonna go and mix this brownish orangish color in with your yellow. I would say that this would be a good like top coat if you were planning on doing a chestnut. I'm just getting this everywhere. But since we're not, we're planning on doing a bay, we're going to use some of these darker browns later on. But for now, we're just going to use this one mixed in here with the yellow that we had used for the first layer. So after I get enough of this off, I'll just I'm just going to leave out the pastels I use, so in case you have any questions, I can look at them for you. So after I mix this up, my horse will probably be dry and ready. So then you're going to take the paintbrush that you just used and just mix it up into a nice color. I might want to add a little bit more yellow. It looks like I have a little bit too much brown and not enough yellow. Can you see that? Yeah, just like that. So I'm probably going to add just a tad bit more yellow. It's okay if you just want to like keep adding pastels so you find the right color. I mean, that's pretty much what I do. Okay, so then just go and mix back up. Just like so. And then after I let my horse dry a little bit more, I'm going to show you what to do for the next layer. So that's about the color you're going to need.